So hello everyone. Am I audible? So am I audible to you? Hello everyone. Okay. So let's start our session today. So as I've told you that today we are going to discuss biomedical. So let's see the syllabus, whatever we have covered, and what are the things which we have left. So we will resume from where we had left. So let me see biomedical. So in biomedical we have already seen, we are discussing the fourth unit and we have seen the measurement of blood temperature. We have seen that. We have discussed that ultrasonic, X-ray and nuclear imaging. So I think everybody is familiar with those terms and clarity is there. So now in today's session I will discuss something about pacemaker and defibrillators. So these two things I'm going to discuss in the today's session. So, so up to this, everything is clear. So, are you having any doubt, like in measurement of blood temperature, pressure and flow, or in ultrasonic X-ray? What are the topics which we have covered? Is it clear to you? So, so the topic which we have discussed is clear to you or not? Okay. So now in this session we are going to discuss the pacemaker and defibrillators. So these are the these are the two artificial device. So they are basically. So I'll show the PPT of those and then I will show you how it works. So after showing the PPT, things will be more clear to you. So so we have to start with pacemaker. So if you can see, basically, uh, uh, somebody will ask you how to define pacemaker. What is pacemaker? So basically, a pacemaker is a small device which is placed in our chest or abdomen, and it is used to and it is used to and it helps to control the abnormal heart rhythm. So if suppose your heart is beating fast or if it is beating slow, so an artificial device we are using inside our heart for the normal heartbeat, and that is known as pacemaker. So if you wanted to define pacemaker, so how do you define pacemaker? So basically pacemaker, so if you can write, or I will share the PPT. So in PPT will not get the show exact word which I'm telling. So if uh, for the records, if you wanted to write, you can write like this, that the pacemaker is a small device that is placed inside our chest or abdomen, and it helps to control the abnormal heart rhythm. And basically these devices use electrical pulses to promote the heartbeat at a normal rate. So it is used to promote our heartbeat to beat at a normal rate. And if suppose in some person the heartbeat is beating so fast or it is beating slow, so for them pacemaker is used, and this is used to control our heart rhythm. So, and this is a artificial device we placed inside our chest or our abdomen. So I will show you how the pacemaker basically works, then we will discuss the PPT. So after seeing these videos, things will be more clear to you. So I have searched one video in YouTube, so you can also search if you wanted. So I'll show you how basically it is working. So suppose this is uh, I'll my screen is visible to you. Can you see the YouTube? Can you see the video which I'm showing to you? So please watch this video, you will get. So basically it is connected with the wire which is known as lead, and these wires, these pacemaker are used to control our heartbeat. So that we have already seen. So let's see how does it works. So then more clarity will be there with you. So by the name itself, it is clear that pacemaker means pacing, so means uh, making it normal. So by the name itself, the thing is clear to you. So see, one wire is connected to your heart, and in that wire, one device is there, one electrode is there. If you can see here, one electrode is there, and that electrode is basically the pacemaker. And this pacemaker is used to control the rhythm of your heartbeat. So it is visible to you that it is connected through a wire, and an an artificial electrode is placed inside your heart. So is this clear to you? So the video I've shown you. So one more video we can see, then it will be more clear to you. Then we will ask him. So this we had already discussed about the heart, that it is made of four chambers, basically two atrium and two ventricles are there, that we have discussed. So they are telling the basic thing about those. So now they will tell you what is the use of pacemaker in the heart. So this is showing you how the blood is pumping through your heart. I mean how the blood is being carried through the heart to the different part of the body, and because of the blood pumping only your heart beats. So if the blood is pumping too fast, then your heart will beat fast. If it is pumping slow, then your heart will beat slow. So you have heard the term that heart attack. So why heart attack occur? Because if the blood is flowing so fast in your blood, so because of that, uh, one attack will be there, and that is heart attack, because of the flow of blood in the body is too fast. That we have already discussed in the last session, that deoxygenated blood is going outside the body and oxygenated blood is coming through the body with the help of two things that we have discussed in our last sessions. So basically what it is telling us, that if the arteries fail to function in your body, so if somehow if arteries does not work, so because of that the blood will not flow in our body. So in that case they will introduce a new artificial device that is known as pacemaker. So basically that pacemaker will work as an artery. So it will help us to deoxygenated blood outside from the body. So and if it will help us, it will help the heart to beat at a regular interval, at a normal rate. So I have told you one electrode is placed inside our heart, one artificial electrode is placed, and that is known as pacemaker. So that other part, that is defibrillator, we'll discuss later. So please tell me, is the term pacemaker is clear to you? So now some clarity is there. Can you explain it if somebody will ask you? So please share your view that if now you have a clear vision of pacemaker. So my motive to show the video is that you will get the clarity, because what if you speak something that will not make a clear thing. So by this video, the more clarity. Please everybody, please share your view that is it clear to you now? You can tell what is pacemaker, how, why it is used. If any doubt is there, you can ask in between. There is no problem. So we have seen that basically the pacemaker is an is a type of electrode which is placed inside our heart, and which help us to beat our heart at a regular rate. So, and when the arteries stops working, then we use pacemaker. So if somebody will ask you, when we usually what are the time when we usually use pacemaker, means why we use pacemaker. So if a patient has a permanent or temporary heart rate will be there, means if the heart rate is, sometimes it is if the heart is permanently beating in a fast rate, suppose someday for some moment if it is beating, then it is fine. But every day for a certain time if it is beating fast, then in that case we can use pacemaker. That will help you to normalize the heart rate. And and if the arteries stops working, so in that case also we use pacemaker. So I think clarity is designed and clarity is clear to you. And so one more question is there, that how this pacemaker has been made. So what does it basically consist of? So it basically consists of an electronic pulse generator which is used to circulate, which contains a battery. So an electrode pulse material is there, inside that a battery is there. So with the help of that, it will strengthen the rate of heartbeat. And one more thing, it is which and it is also some impulse will be there in that pacemaker, which is used to lead the heart rate. So sometimes heart rate is high, sometimes heart rate is low. So to maintain it as a normal rate, that electrode is used inside our heart. So we'll move to the next slide. So as we have seen that the terms which we have seen, the pacemaker is an electronic device used to pace the heart when the normal conduction is damaged or diseased. So in that case we use the pacemaker, and here we use, as we can see, you can see in the figure, this is our pacemaker leads. So when, as I've told you, so it is made of electrode. So you can see the pacemaker which is in the shape of electrode, and it is connected with a wire. So one wire is uh, put it inside your body, and with the help of that wire it is connected. So let me admit her. So this is all about pacemaker. Now we will see what are the components which pacemaker are having. So it is having a pulse generator. So that pulse generator will generate a pulse which will help you to maintain the heart rate. And one pacemaker electrode is there, which is kept inside your heart. So through a wire it is connected. So two things are there in the pacemaker. One pulse generator is there that will generate the pulse which will help to beat our heart in a normal rate. And one pacemaker electrode is there, that electrode will be connected to a wire which is placed inside our heart. So two things we have seen, that why we used pacemaker, what is pacemaker, and what are the component of pacemaker, so how it is made. So these things which we have seen already. So now how pacemaker works. So that video I've already shown you that how it is working. So for more clarity, you can see lots of videos are available in the internet. So you can see any video. So I've shown you two videos, and in that video I can think that things are clear to you. So the working of pacemaker I have shown you. So that video is there only. So now, so this is the uh, summary of pacemaker. So for a if in the paper somebody will ask you to write for a 5 marks, so you can use this data. So we have already seen that it consists of a battery and with a computerized generator. So in hospitals, if you can see that the heart rates are shown in some simple in a devices. So that in that devices that heart rate, that impulse is generated through a pacemaker only. So we have used two things, pulse generator and other is electrodes. That pulse generator will show you the pulse rate, that heart rate. So have you seen any patient lying on the bed and their heart rate are shown in the devices? So in the movies, I think you have seen. So that pulse generator is used to see that those heart rate, how it is, कैसे धड़क रहा है दिल अपना, how it is basically rhythming. So have you seen that machine, that where you can see the heart rate in the movies you have seen? Have you seen it? Yeah. So many of you, I think many of you have seen that. You can see the clearly how the heart is beating. So you can some numbers are also there, that in that machine, that 80 to 82, 82 to 80, 83. If a straight line comes, that means that patient is no more. So that straight line means that heart is not beating, it is not beating, it is almost to zero. So in order to increase that heart rate, they used pacemaker, so that heart can breathe in a uh, heart can work in a normal condition. And how it consists of a battery also, and a computerized generator which will show you the rhythm of the heartbeat, and one sensors are there that will sense. So these are the basic things which are there in the pacemaker. These are the this ppt will be there in the Google Classroom, you can see from there. So you can write all those things also. So now we will move to, so basically two types of pacemaker are there, permanent pacemaker and temporary pacemaker. So I will tell you some difference between temporary and permanent pacemaker. So in temporary pacemaker, so it is used for short term, used during hospitalization. So suppose some patient is there in hospitalized for a short term, something is there, some kind of disease is there. So for a short period, that machine will be used. So and it is used to support the patient until they improve. So if in the case they will improve, then they will remove that pacemaker for a permanent pacemaker. So that permanent pacemaker will permanently placed inside the heart, and it will be used for a long term. So basically, with the help of pacemaker, a patient can survive only for 7 or 8 years, so not more than that. So this is, so if a patient has been used a permanent pacemaker, and his heart is permanently damaged, so with the help of that permanent pacemaker, he can survive for 7 or 8 years. So in temporary pacemaker, it is used for a, if somebody is hospitalized for a certain period of time, in that we can use the temporary pacemaker. And the temporary pacemaker is located outside our body, but the permanent pacemaker will be inside our body. As we have seen, that electrode is placed inside our body, and it is exposed, and it can be used for 6 to 8 years. And the temporary pacemaker of the size is of very small. So but the permanent pacemaker, the electrode which is having a certain size, and it will be placed inside your heart. So two types of pacemakers are there, temporary and permanent pacemaker. We have seen the difference between them. So as you can see, this is this the figure. So in the right side of the figure, you can see one thing is placed inside our body, that is permanent pacemaker. In the left side of the body, that is outside the body, that is temporary pacemaker. So you can see that. So in the right side, it is already placed inside our heart, next to our heart, and one wire is placed in that wire, that electrode is connected. But in the left side, you can see it is outside the body, so that is temporary pacemaker. So, what are the, how many types of pacemakers are there? So basically there are two types of pacemaker. So first one is single chamber pacemaker. So that in the single chamber pacemaker, only one pacing lead is placed into a chamber of the heart. So in that, from that one pacing lead, it will be enough for the rhythm of the heart to beat in a normal way. So two types of pacemakers are there: single chamber pacemaker and dual chamber pacemaker. So in dual chamber pacemaker, we used wires. Wires are placed in the two chambers of the heart, so we can use dually in the two types. And one lead paces the atrium and one paces the ventricle. So one is used for oxygenation and other is used for deoxygenation, and it is used for the natural pacing of the heart. And one more pacemaker is there. So it is based on the sensor rate responsive pacemaker. So it has sensor that detects changes in the patient physical activities. So what are the changes which is occurring, so they will note down that changes, that sometimes it is beating in a high in a very fast way, sometimes it is beating in a slow way. So that changes should be marked by the rate responsive pacemaker. So so this is all about pacemaker. So I think you can see. So this is the, if a heart is beating like this, sometimes if it is in so high, so for that in that case we use the pacemaker. So in the third figure, the third degree AV block, you can see the heart is beating in the normal way. So at some point only high is there, but it is uniform. It is uniform in every phase. So this is the third type when a pacemaker is introduced in the inside the body of a patient. This is the temporary pacemaker. So which it is of this type also, which is used to which is used uh, there is a power source. This is the power source which is placed which is used for the temporary pacemaker. So if you can move those power source, then heart rate can be increased or decreased, or it can maintain in a certain range. So this is the temporary pacemaker. In the temporary also some types are there, so you don't need to read that all those things. So whatever I have told you, these are more than sufficient. So if the question will come, so it will be of 5 marks. So explain pacemaker. So please tell me any kind of doubt is there. So should we, what is it clear? Pacemaker is clear to you? So please be frank and clear, because that's all I can do. I can tell you the basic thing. I can show you the video. So whatever I can do, I'm doing here. So but ultimate thing is you have to write there. So if any doubt is there, if any small doubt is also there that this thing is not clear, you can ask me at any time. There is, so don't get that ऐसा confusion नहीं रखना है अपने को. So if somebody will ask you explain pacemaker, so this is more than enough. If you can write those things only, that will be more than enough. You will score good mark. So I think it is clear, and I had shown you the videos also. If you wanted to explore more, you can use YouTube, and lots of videos are there. So from there also you can see. Okay. So we can, we'll move forward. So we have, so see, so my point is that we have covered the pacemaker also. So every day I will teach one topic, and after that topic I will go to EMFT. So see, now what I want from your side is, since we have not done anything on biomedical, so everybody now one tomorrow is the last date of the assignment of practical. I have told you. So after tomorrow I will not accept. For biomedical I'm telling you, yeah, everybody makes a notes, whatever you know, write in the notes. And someday how much I have taught you, I will ask to show, to upload that notes. So within one day you have to upload it. So the task which I'm assigning you is that, so that in the fourth unit we have covered some assignment को attach नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे हैं? हमेशा क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे? Who's,
हेलो सर।
हाँ, why is it difficult to attach the assignment? Make the simple PDF of that. हाँ, please tell.
सर आपने ना उसमें गूगल क्लासरूम पे क्वेश्चन नहीं दिया है, इसलिए हम वहाँ पे अटैच नहीं कर पा रहे।
Okay. Today I'll put, after this class I will do that. So you can attach that after that. Okay, after I will do that. It's not a problem. So so this is all about pacemaker. So biomedical assignment is that you have to make notes of all those things which we have covered. Whatever you are knowing, make your notes by your writing, by your thinking, whatever you are thinking. And then when I will ask you, attach to the biomedical classroom, I will make a class code for that. So because of so when you will do this, so after writing in the paper by yourself, please don't try to write from others, from internet or any other thing. Whatever you know, you write by yourself. So that will bring a clarity to you. And when you will sit in the paper, when the question will come on ultrasonic or nuclear imaging, so since you have written one time from yourself, then you can write more thing, more, you can explore more thing, because then your brain will start working that I have done earlier this thing, and whatever you have written earlier, those things you will write, and after that also you will get some more point by yourself only. So uh, please start maintaining notes of those biomedical, because this is the simplest subject. So you can score, and this is of 2 credit, so you can score good number. So if your habit will be improved, so start making notes of that. In the next week I will ask notes of whatever I have taught. So, and please start from yourself only, whatever you are knowing. I don't want that everybody should write all the correct thing. Whatever you know, write those things, because ultimately you are going to write in the exam paper. Examination you have to face. I'll teach here and I'll go. You have to face the examination. So for biomedical I have not given any kind of suggestions till now, but today I'm giving you. So start maintaining notes by yourself, whatever you are knowing. If you are facing the difficulty, read one time, two time, then start making notes from your side. So we'll move to EMFT. Think tomorrow, in the tomorrow's class we will discuss defibrillators, and by next week we will complete the fourth unit. We had already completed the second, some parts of the second unit, that is brief introduction to human physiology, and these things are completed. So by the next week we will complete your fourth unit. So some 5 or 6 things are remaining, so that I will do it. That's not a problem. So every day if I'll take one uh, thing, that is, suppose today I have taught you pacemaker, tomorrow I'll teach you defibrillators, then I'll teach you heart lung machine. So every day I will cover some parts, and by that we will cover it by next week. So we'll move to EMFT, from where we have left. So we will see some more thing on EMFT, then we will close the class. So can, is it clear? The biomedical thing is clear. Can you write about pacemaker? Please, everybody, please share your view. So, clarity is there or not? Please tell me. Akshat, Akshat, what about you? Akshat, Pranjali, and Shubham. Akshat, Pranjali, and Shubham. Akshat, Shubham, and Pranjali, and Akshat. Akshat, where is Akshat Jain? Okay, Akshat. Fine. So, I think clarity is there with you all. So if you are facing any kind of doubt or difficulties, you please consult me at any time. That, sir, I don't know how to write this. So can you help me with some notes? So I'll be there for you. So see, I don't know for how much time we are here. So if you will ask me in the present scenario, so we are here up to 30th September. So please use us up to 30th September. I don't know what will happen after that. I don't know either it will be extended or not. So I want to give my more than 100%. So whenever you face the difficulties, whatever difficulties you are facing, you can ask me anytime. So I will be privileged to clear your doubt. So I don't know after 30th September what will happen and what is going to happen, and I'm not thinking of that also. So you have an opportunity to use us up to 30th September. So please use us how much you can. So we will move to EMFT. So, see, last class we have seen the problem of Gauss law, and I think clarity is more there with the Gauss law. So, if somebody has solved the problem, some are very good in giving the answers. We have seen some numericals also. So some people are very good, and I appreciate their hard work. And I urge everyone to work on that, because every day I'm teaching very less, and I'm expecting you to learn those things, because I'm not here to fly away. Means इसको छोड़ो उड़ गए वहां पे. I am not like that. I will teach little thing, but that should be helpful to you. So in this class we will see something which we have left in the last class, that we will complete it. So one Faraday law experiment is left. So I will tell you that how, what is the Faraday law experiment, and by this more you're clear, you will be clear, more clarity will be there. Because if somebody will ask you explain Faraday law, if you are a younger brother. अच्छा, voice कट रहा है. Let me see it. So now, Amisha, is it clear? We are, so now it is clear, Amisha. Am I audible to you all? No. Okay. So actually, Amisa, in the college, internet is not there, so I'm using my cell phone data. So because of that, connectivity is less here. So so now it is. Amisa, is it audible to you? So please tell me, am I audible to you all? Should I continue? Should I continue? थोड़ा थोड़ा. So हमेशा थोड़ा थोड़ा adjust कर लो फिर. So I will tell you the Faraday's law, and by end of this today's session, you will be able to understand what is Faraday law. So basically, Faraday law is that. So basically, what Faraday has done. So he has taken two charges. So two spares he have taken. So let's suppose this is our inner spare, and this is our outer spare, and this is the inner spare. He has placed two spare, and this is the outer spare, and he has placed charge inside that inner sphere. He has placed charge inside that inner sphere, and these two spheres are separated by a dielectric material. So these are two separated by a dielectric material. So inside that two sphere, it is separated by a dielectric material. So so after conducting that experiment, after placing those sphere, so Momal is waiting in the lobby. Let me admit her. So basically, what does Faraday wants to tell us? So one inner sphere he has taken, one outer sphere is he has taken, and these two spheres are separated by a dielectric material. And inside that inner sphere, he has placed q amount of charge. So when he has placed that, so when he has done that experiment, when he has put it that experiment, so what has happened? So basically the inside charge has displaced to the outer sphere. So because of the electric field, this inside charge has displayed the outer sphere here like this. So I'll make the arrow in a good way so more clarity will be there. So because of this inner sphere, the charge has been displaced from inner sphere to the outer sphere. See, so this plus positive charge has now displaced to the outer sphere, and here it has become negative. So based on that Faraday law of experiment, so what he has done, he has basically taken two type of sphere. One is inner sphere. In that inner sphere, he has put it positive amount of charge, and one outer sphere is there. And these two spheres are separated by a dielectric material. And because of that, so because of based on the Faraday law of experiment, because of this charge material has basically transferred from inner spheres to the outer sphere. So basically this charge material which is inside the inner sphere has been transferred outside the outer sphere. So they here it has marked minus minus minus. So in the last session when we are putting the direction sign, that arrow mark, so based on that how the charge is traveling, so based on that only we have substituted the arrow mark only. So somebody will ask me, so sir, how you have put it, that arrow, outside arrow, how we have put it inside arrow, that we have already discussed. So that has came from the Faraday law of experiment only. So that charge has displaced from inner side to the outer side. So this is all about Faraday's law of experiment. If your younger brother or somebody will ask you, please explain me the Faraday law. So within one line, you can explain them that according to the Faraday, he has taken two type of sphere, inner sphere and outer sphere, and these two spheres are separated by a dielectric material. And inside that inner sphere, he has placed some q amount of charge, that is positive, positive, positive. So because based on that experiment, that positive amount of charge has been displaced to the this has displaced to the outer sphere, and arrow you can see here. So this is all about Faraday experiment. Now I will tell you one last thing, that is relationship between electric flux and electric field. So I will tell you one last thing. After that we will close the class because sound connectivity is somebody is facing sound connectivity. So I will tell you the relationship between these two. So basically, as we have seen how to define electric flux density. So as we have already seen that, so how we are defining flux density. So flux density is defined by Q into 4 pi I r square r vector. So I'm assuming this is our first this is our first experiment, first term. So we have already seen that. So in that second case, how we are defining electric field. So so electric field, we have seen the formula for electric field, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r square r cap. This we have already seen. So now what we have to do, we have to take ratio of 1 and 2. So this is the second equation. So take ratio of 1 and 2, you will get the relationship between the electric flux and electric field. So after taking ratio of 1 and 2, what you will get, we will get that is d is equal to epsilon naught into E. So this is the relationship between electric flux and electric field. So what is this? This is electric flux, which we have seen in the last class, and this is our electric field, and this is the density. So based on that, we have solved a couple of numericals also. So now clarity will be more with you, sir, how to define the Faraday law. What are the relationship between those electric flux and electric field? How we have got electric flux? How we have defined electric field here? And what are the final value which we are getting? So the final thing is which we are getting, that d should be equal to epsilon naught into E. Here epsilon naught is the electric flux and E is the electric field. And based on that, we have solved some numericals also in the last class. Now if you'll see those numerical based on this formula, that will be simple, that then you will think that these numericals are very simple. So I, I I think this is all for today's. We have seen some biomedical terms also. We have seen Faraday's law also. We have seen the relationship between electric flux and electric field. So if you have any kind of doubt, please tell me in today's class. If you have any kind of, if you have anything to ask, please tell me. So please tell me, things are clear to you or not? Okay, I hope everybody is. What Akshat? I am recent, sir, means I am present, sir. Okay, fine. So yeah. So I'll post those videos in the college YouTube link, and I'll share the link also. And please revisit the videos. If you face any kind of doubt, please ask me. Please call me. Whatever you feel comfortable, call me, ask me, text me, anything. So anything, if you feel comfortable, do that. So we'll meet in the next session. That's all for today. We'll meet tomorrow. So thank you for today.